You just chambered around a 701 Nation live stream and podcast on Guns and the 701 Network. Powered by LAUER Auto Repair, Bismarck, North Dakota. KALON'S Auto Service, Lemmon, South Dakota. /H Ranch, Morristown, South Dakota. Horton LaserCraft, Thunderhawk, South Dakota. And Little Angry Man Arms, Trail City, South Dakota. Now, here's your right-wing knuckle-dragging gun nut host, JD. Right on. Episode 38, 701 Nation. JD here. Most of you, some of you might know, some of you might not know. This is my last show. Guns in the 701. I'm out. Turning this baby over to Clay. Him and I've been partners for about over 3 years now. Guns in the 701. But yeah, turning it over. Clay's gonna keep going with the boys, and you know, I might do something else. We'll see. Some people have been talking to me. If not, hey, if the price ain't right, I'm pulling the plug for good. That's just the way it's going to go. And hey, it's been great. It's been fun. But we do have one more show left tonight. Good evening, One Shot Cap. Thanks for joining, buddy. Appreciate you as usual. Coming up tonight, I'll give you the rundown here real quick. Good evening, Eric Newman from the worst of better of the Dakotas down there. Good evening, my fellow NVE, Brian Warner. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Good evening to you out there. Coming up tonight, got 6 items on the 6 rounds loaded in the mag here. Mass killings are down in 2025. Oh, that can't be possible with freaking Trump in there. Yeah, damn right, that is possible, and it's even the liberals can't deny it. DOJ on Monday it came out, promised a lot more action, a little less talk and a lot more act. Yeah, I suck at singing. A lot more action on gun rights with the new Second Amendment enforcement section. Right, Trump talked about this and signed the executive order when he was elected there. And some things have definitely happened, but I think this Harmeet Dillon is going to be in charge of this now. She's going to put foot to ass for us. We'll get into that. Secret Service. The Secret Service, they're seeking new 5.56 duty rifle. Yeah, not their 277 Fury or 6 Creed or 6mm super duper supercharger. None of that bullshit. The good old God's cartridge. America's cartridge 5.56. Good evening, Tom Donaldson. How you doing, buddy, out there in the eastern part of the state? Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate that. Coming up after that, this is going to be a fun one right here. I thought this was pretty cool. 6 of the biggest road bucks ever killed of all time. Roadkill bucks. They're all whitetails. Whatever. There's probably been bigger muleys killed, but some of these are pretty huge. So that'll be fun going over that. U.S. Army awards Mossberg a contract for additional 590 A1 shotguns. I can't remember. I think Eric Newman's our buddy on here. Eric's not a fan of the Mossberg 500 series. And, of course, the happy ending chronicle, per usual. I'm going to go like this. It's going to happy, sad, happy chronicle. You'll see what I mean when we get to it. Good thing, thank God for the Second Amendment and firearms and self-defense. And that's going to should be a good show lined up. Got it going. We're gonna probably keep it hour and 15, even though you never know. It's my last show. We might go a little longer, maybe an hour and a half, but no beer tonight. Just going, since it's a special night, we're gonna go with my favorite whiskey. Yes, sir. Fireball. I tried to get the Special Reserve. They were all sold out. Axe told me you got to get it at liquor store on the south end of town. I went in there and, what do you mean Special Reserve Fireball? What's it? Yeah. I'm not going to get blasted, but I'm a bit too busy talking. But I do enjoy sipping Fireball. Got this nice 50 cal shot glass from my buddy Todd Mitchell. Eric Newman says, I hate Mossberg 500. I thought it was you, Eric. I thought it was you. So, quick story here. Well, I'm going to tell you guys a little quick story. Good evening, Gene Cox. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you back on. I'm going to do some social media here and tell you a quick story. So over the weekend down in Fargo, wife and the kids and I went to, some of you guys probably don't know this. Eric says Pendleton 1910, and that sounds good, man. I love it. Love Pendleton. Pendleton's a great whiskey. I love Pendleton. Went to the Dustin Lynch. Dumped my wife earlier in the year. We should go to. You want to go to a concert? You and the girls and I. Dustin Lynch, Scotty McCreery, and I don't remember the other band. You know, the opening band, usually a no-namer, and I mean they were pretty good. They're pretty good. And I do listen to some Dustin Lynch. I enjoy Dustin Lynch's music. He's a real dude. I thought Scotty McCreery was going to be, I always thought he was kind of a soy boy kind of dude, but man, he's not. Scotty McCreery was pretty freaking awesome, man. He put on a great show, sounded real good. Love to say the Gulf of America, so I think we know what team he's on. And Dustin Lynch, like I said, the dude's real. Anyway, get to the whole point of the story. It was a show. I'm trying to do stuff at the same time. I don't multitask very well when I'm live streaming, but he had a song. It's called Hunting Land, and he said, I want everybody to put up your picture of your deer you shot this year, right? And quite a few people were in there holding them up, and I'm not going to do that. My daughters are like, Dad, hold it up. So I was kind of hesitant to do it, and he started getting closer, and I was okay. So I whip out my phone, and he was getting closer and closer. So I just hit on one of these deer pictures, and held it up. And he points at me, grabs my phone up on the stage. Yeah, and he's like, "Hey, man, yeah, you got a nice one here." And he was kind of hanging on to the phone for a while, and then handed it back to me. And my wife had a little video, and he was handing it back. I did not. What's up, Josh? How you doing, buddy? I was going to upload it here and play it, but it ain't. It's nothing. It's nothing that great. But I just thought it was kind of cool. Little what do you want to call it? Brush with famous there with. What's up, Randy Lambert? Some of these comments are coming through on. So I'm just went on my personal Facebook. What's up, Randy? Big R. What's up, buddy? Lynette. It's never the end. It's always the beginning of something new. Thanks, Lynette. Leon Francis. Yo, what's up, homies? What's up, my homie? And I actually hung out with Leon down in Fargo there on Sunday. That was pretty awesome. I'm not sure why these comments are so. I know you guys are watching on my personal stream. I'm not sure why it's not coming through on the comments on here. I know it's locked in on here, but I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. I guess I'm going to have to come back and check on it here. Anyway, I'm not going to, all you guys listen. Yeah. Just keep doing what you're doing here. Let me check this out real quick before I know it's, never mind. I know what's going to those channels. Anyhow, let's get with it. I'll run down again. We got a bunch of people jumping on here. Mass killings down 2025. DOJ promises a lot more action. Secret Service going after the new 5.56. 6 of the biggest whitetail roadkill bucks of all time. U.S. Army awards a Mossberg contract for additional shotties and a happy ending chronicle. And, of course, Friday morning, Clay's going to be on with Mitchell in the morning. 5:50 a.m., 99.7 FM, and iHeart Radio. I recommend listening on iHeart. And Friday night, Blackbeard Logic, 6 p.m. Central. Blackbeard's got a great. Blackbeard was on earlier. I don't know if he posted it anywhere. I didn't have a chance to look, but he interviewed Fargo City Commissioner Tony Gehring. Tony was down in Hawaii. So Brown and George stuck in Grand Forks, cold. Oh, yeah. I mean, Grand Forks is probably colder than Bismarck. I mean, everybody I know who went to UND tells me that. Hey, oh, by the way, I hope they're listening. The girls down at Prairie Rose Dentistry South here in Bismarck. I was BS with them down there. A lot of them hunt deer, shoot guns. So I hope you girls are listening. If you do, I appreciate it. Even if you're not listening, I know a bunch of them said, even if I don't watch it, I'll just turn it on so you get a view on here. Which I do appreciate. I do appreciate that. Anyways, let's hit it. Like I said, number one, mass killings are down. This is coming out of mainline media news. Never heard of this before, but I mean, this story is, you can find it in more than one place, but I kind of thought this was a leftist one, and I kind of like downloading theirs because it's easy to pick on them a little bit when you read on this stuff. So they're down in 2025, but experts urge caution. Okay, of course they do. The U.S. has recorded 17. Now, I'll get into this a little bit down the road in a little bit here. The U.S. has recorded 17 mass killings in 2025, which I'm calling bullshit on. You'll see why. The lowest since 2006, according to a database by the Associated Press, USA Today, and Northeastern University. All three of those most definitely bastions of liberal and leftist think. Experts warn this decline reflects regression to the mean after unusually high numbers in 2018, 2019. Yeah, freaking Trump. That's why. Not a long-term trend towards safety. So, yeah, I mean, just like anything, right? Goes up, goes down, nothing keeps going up. The stock market's been going up, kicking complete and total ass with my man DJT in there. I don't know how long it's going to keep going up, but it's not. It doesn't do it forever. I don't give a shit who's in there or what kind of business you're in or what investments you have. It doesn't go up forever. So Friday morning. So I was saying some opportunities might open up. I wasn't going to mention this, but yeah, LF reminded me here. Blackbeard and I Friday morning. Kevin Flynn, AM 1100, The Flag. You can check that out. And that's at 10 o'clock to 11. It'll also be, we're doing the video part of that. It'll be on Beck TV. If you follow Beck TV at all on social media, we're going to be on there live. I'm going to be doing it right here from where I'm at now. And Blackbeard's doing it from the bunker. And I think Kevin's actually doing it from his place in Minnesota, too. He's not even going to be at the studio down there in Fargo. But, yeah, we'll be on Fargo and Beck TV and wherever I think Scott and I can't remember his partner's name, own stations in Tioga and Williston. So, yeah, we'll be on there. And, of course, what? Oh, God, don't say it, JD. Yeah, we're going to be 1270 here. Scott's on with 1270. Yeah, I made sure we were now when Clay's on with Todd. We can't do that, but hey, check that out Friday. You can get a double dose of a Second Amendment stuff. Hey, Michael Bell, sorry, buddy, we're cutting into your show there a little bit when we're going on on the competitor, but hey, that's the way it is, man. After tonight, I'm a free agent, so do whatever I want. I can do that, or I can retire. You retired before. You're going to be like Favre and come back. No, I'm not coming back, man. If I come back, it's going to be doing my own thing. And like I said at the beginning of the show, if the money ain't there or money ain't right, dragging up, retiring from my big career as a live streamer. Hey, Kevin Gillis, what's up, brother, out there in Pennsylvania? Appreciate you, man. Knuckles right back at you, man. Appreciate you. So, anyways, we'll continue on here. Why the numbers may be lower. So this is, like I said, this is out of mainlinemedianews.com. If you just jumped on here, mass killings down 2025. I'm going over this article. Why the numbers may be lower. Mass killings are rare and statistically volatile. Small shifts can appear dramatic. Right. I'm usually about 190 pounds. If I gain 5 pounds, you'll notice it on me, right? A small shift. If I lose 5 pounds, you can usually tell. So yeah, a small shift, because there's not as many mass shootings, like I said, as they're saying. I'm surprised they only said 17 on here, because most liberal media outlets try to put it even higher. Possible contributions to the decline. A nationwide drop in homicide and violent crime after the pandemic era peaks. Oh, yeah. And then, of course, we had the ones here when we had the highest numbers, the Antifa and the George Floyd riots, and the leftists were burning up blocks of cities and murdering people. And I don't remember how many, when that whole Summer of Love shit was going on, I think they ended up killing, 22 people or something. What compared to January 6th? Yeah, where nobody got killed except one person on Trump's side. Improved emergency response, including rapid trauma care, potentially reducing fatalities. I don't know that the rapid response and trauma care has improved that much. I mean, there just hasn't been that. I should knock on wood. I hate this, because if I say this in 2 weeks or 2 days, there's going to be one of these dipshits that, one of these liberal unhinged freaks goes off and does a mass shooting. I hope not, but I'm just reading this. I don't really think trauma care and all that's improved. School threat assessment programs now mandated in 22 states through their effect is limited to school settings. Yeah, like I said, there's not even really been. Like I said, I don't even want to say this all out. There hadn't even really been that many school shootings, but and I mean, it has nothing to do with their threat assessment programs. My wife's a teacher. I know teachers. I know what their programs are. I'm not freaking impressed. Context about mass shootings defined as an event. Okay, now here's what I told you in the beginning when they said 17 mass killings in 2025, already the lowest since 2006. Defined as an event where 4 or more people are killed within 24 hours, excluding the perp. So most of the time they'll do this. They'll call it a mass shooting, and it's a freaking gang related shooting or some crime related. A mass shooting to me and to most people who live in the real world is where somebody goes in their place of work or school or some kind of business, right? And they go homicidal maniac on people, not gang bangers. Hey man, whatever, the Crips or the Bloods or whoever, the Cholos are over here, and we're going to go over, and they drive by and blast 4 or 5 people. And that's not a mass shooting. I mean, it hasn't been defined like that for a while, but now the leftists have defined it for that, so they can add to the numbers of saying the mass shootings are out of control. In 2025, 82% of mass killings involve firearms. Historically, the share is similar. In 2006, 81% was. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to argue with that. There's not a lot of mass overseas. I mean, you can get them like in China and Japan, and not as much here because we have access to firearms. It's a different tool. I mean, okay. Now, so now this here is what this is I think this is bullshit. Since 2006, 3,234 people have died in U.S. mass killings, right? If you add up all the school shootings and business, it ain't coming close to 3,000. But I mean, if you add in your gangbanger drive-bys and what they want to call that, yeah, then it probably is. So yeah, I'm calling bullshit on that one. Policies and prevention efforts. Yeah, I'll get to some of your comments here shortly, guys. Don't worry. This is a short article, and I know I make it longer by my windiness, but policies and prevention. The Safer Communities Act, or as my partner Clay likes to call it, the Unsafer Communities Act, provided substantial funding for gun violence prevention. Yeah, it did. Nothing that did a damn thing. Oh, mass shootings are down, no, JD. Trust me, the Unsafe Communities Act didn't do shit for stopping school shootings and real mass shootings. Some states built social support systems for individuals at risk. Yeah, right. Some bitch you want to do a mass shooting. Hey, come and see the counselor, and you'll forget all about doing that. Nah, I'm calling bullshit on that. Other strengthened law enforcement and threat assessment. Okay, now that I would agree with, right? I would agree with. You get more armed Leos in school, and some schools have, like Utah, you can, in Florida now, you can arm teachers can be armed and carry and staff. Haven't had one since Parkland down Florida, right, in schools. Utah, I don't, because they know if they go in there, they don't know who the hell is armed. If the janitor might have himself a Smith & Wesson M&P, and the teacher might have a Glock 19, so they don't know. And then I might get shot right away. Maybe I shouldn't try this. Experts say the U.S. is beginning to treat gun violence as both a gun issue and a people issue rather than choosing one frame. I don't know how that's really stopping any mass shootings, but yeah, I mean, I'm glad they are saying that, because it isn't. I mean, it's not a gun issue. It is not a freaking gun issue at all. Mass shootings aren't a gun issue at all. Broader violence perspective. Scholars emphasize that focusing solely on mass killings overlooks the larger crisis. Okay, well, I mean, see that I can get down with that for sure. As my brother man Leon likes to say, get down on it. Firearm deaths, including homicides and suicides, remain extremely high. They say extremely high. I mean, all together, it's like 32,000 a year. I mean, in a country with 300. How many ever million? Is it that high? And suicides, the vast majority of deaths by firearm are suicide. And homicides are usually, I mean, I'm just gonna about 1,000 a month, probably. Some years more, sometimes less. Like they said, it fluctuates. The U.S. loses as many people to gun violence each year as in the Korean War. Okay, guns are the leading. This is a complete bullshit one. Clay's debunked this. I've debunked this. Pretty sure LF has. Blackbeard. Guns are the leading cause of death for children. They are not, because they end up calling children, and they take it up into like 19 years old, which they're past. And the majority of their little bar of calling children from infants to 19-year-olds, 18 to 19 is when most of the deaths happen because a lot of them are gang related and shit like that. When you're 18, you're not a child anymore, okay? And they're adding 18 and 19-year-olds, and I can't remember what it is. It's like 2 or 3 or 4 or something after you take out the ridiculous thing that children are 18 and 19-year-olds. They're always your kid when they're your kid, but they're not. So in reality, all right. So let me get to these comments here. Back it up. Yeah, 2A701. My fellow MV Brian Warner says, sucks you don't get that on iHeart. Doesn't always come in and out here in God's country. Yeah, that's right. Because if you try and do that, yeah, yeah, shit. Sorry about that, Brian. I don't know what to tell you. The damn towers, right? The phone towers. Old Jamo, the OG GAT701 badass, right? Thank you, 2A71. It's all about how you define mass, says Gene. Yeah, for sure. If Democrats didn't have guns, there'd be no mass shootings, right? If there, or I mean, there'd be like 1%, 1.5% of what there is now, half of 1% of what there is now, for sure. You could say that a bunch of these shitheads and mass shooters aren't. You look into it and you pay more attention than what MSNBC and the huge, overwhelming amount of these mass shooters are Democrats, unhinged leftists. It's called bloviating, brother. Yeah, that's exactly what it's called there. So, all right. So we got one more, and then I'm going to hit our first commercial here. What the hell is this one here? Oh yeah, the Fox News, the DOJ, man. They said they're going to what they say, going to get a lot more action on this new Second Amendment deal. My buddy there, bad boys outdoors. I prefer to define mass in a measurement and in inches. Yeah, I'd probably a lot of ladies I would agree with that measurement for sure too. Let's see here. Okay, so the Department of Justice officially launching a new Second Amendment section within its Civil Rights Division on Monday, December 8th, which is this Monday, 2025, right? Oh, Trump already did that. Yeah, but he did that with an XO. This is, and this is what I like right here. Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Dillon, which she may end up being the actual Attorney General. I mean, rumors are that Trump's even starting to get fed up with Pam Bondi. Good looking gal, seems nice enough, but I don't know what she does. I'm starting to get on the wagon that she's not getting enough shit done. I mean, and I don't know what kind of legal shit holds back stuff from happening, but I mean, I know that's a big part of it too. Anyway, Harmeet Dillon, Civil Rights Division, announced the initiative and promised, in quotations, a lot more action to protect and advance American gun rights. Good. And I believe I did a little thing on this Harmeet Dillon. Either it was on here, I filled in for Clay on Mitchell in the Morning, and this lady is big time pro 2A, big time, and she wants to get restrictions on her Second Amendment right taken off or reduced. I mean, she's all in on this. The new section will treat the Second Amendment as a core civil right and actively challenge unreasonable state, and it is a civil right. The Second Amendment's a civil right, just like our first 10 amendments are all civil rights. Unreasonable state and local restrictions on concealed carry, such as multi-$1,000 fees, months, or year-long delays. Yeah, any delayed, right? You're delayed. I mean, the Democrats. Martin Luther King said, "A right delayed is right denied." Yeah, except when it comes to guns, and they'd love to just delay it forever, is what they would like to do. Bans on firearms that should be protected under recent Supreme Court precedent, like Bruin, Rahimi, etc. And there's more coming, right? I seen some dipshits on social media were bitching, tried to bring this shit back up about Trump and guns again. And I said, yeah, did you notice that his judicial appointments passed Bruin, which is overturning more gun control and Second Amendment infringements than ever before, and it's going to keep doing it. So yeah, you people barking about Trump, sit your $2 ass down before Bruin makes change on that. Dillon emphasized that gun rights are essentially important for vulnerable groups like women, people with disabilities, etc., to defend themselves. No, for sure. I mean, it's important for people who can defend themselves. I don't care how big of a badass you are. If somebody's got a gun and you're a UFC fighter, and what are you going to do? Punch a bullet out of the air? No. UFC people are badasses. Well, the effort stems from an executive order right here, like I said before, issued by President Donald Trump, just 2 weeks into his second term, directing the DOJ to prioritize Second Amendment enforcement. Attorney General Pam Sexy Blondie has publicly stated that the Second Amendment is not a second-class right. She's 100% correct on that, too. What's up, 18 wheels and a dozen six-shooters? Thanks for jumping on, brother. Attorney General. Okay, I got that one. Second Amendment litigator. I'm going to mess this guy's last name up. Oliver Kravchuk. Welcome the move, but urged the DOJ to also revisit and help dismantle outdated federal gun control laws rather than defending them in court, which there is some of them. And like some of these DOJ attorneys, I mean, maybe Blondie doesn't have her eye on all these guys, and they kind of wrote a few of them, they wrote defending some gun control, and some of them the DOJ fought back on, the other ones they didn't. So I don't know. But I can tell you this: any Democrat president, their Department of Justice wouldn't freaking support anything. They'd be in support of every single goddamn gun control law. So before you fucking Trump, no. In short, the Trump DOJ is creating a dedicated unit to sue states and localities over restrictive gun laws and to treat the right to keep and bear arms as a flagship civil right. You damn right. Do you think any Democrat president or DOJ would call the Second Amendment a civil right? Let me answer that. That was a rhetorical question. Capital N-O exclamation point. No, they would not. All right, let me get to a few of your comments here, and then we're going to go to our first break here, gang. Let's see here. Dude, I've been saying that for months, the 2A701. It's number effing 2 for a reason. All in caps. I love it. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I got you there, 18 wheels. 100% firearms are the great equalizer. Right. You can be a freaking 110-pound pissant like Mom Scrawny, who can't even bench press 90 fucking pounds. And if you got a gun, you're just as equal as somebody who's 300 pounds and deadlifts freaking 600. Gene Cox, I haven't heard anything about the Epstein files for a little while. I wonder if the wrong names were not in there. Well, what happened there, Gene? They did vote to release it, and it's coming out, and they're letting everything out. And I can't remember. I saw it today, like 5 days or something. Don't worry. If you think there's going to be this big thing coming out, you guys are going to be disappointed because, in my opinion, that's why Trump gave up on that, because he got in there as president and seen him and was like, yeah, this is bullshit. I was wrong. There's not as much in here as I thought. But if you guys want to keep being mad at Trump for the Epstein files, go ahead. When they're released, you're going to piss and moan that they left everything out that you wanted to be in there because you think it is. Go ahead. But they're going to release them here within the next, I think, 5 to 10 days. So the court ordered it. Trump signed off on it. It's coming out. So get your popcorn ready. Yeah. Leon, no, Gene, the data is corrupt. I mean, Biden was in there. If it is corrupt, Jesus Christ. I'm not going to go down this rabbit trail, but I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to get off it. If Trump was on there, you can bet your ass Biden would have released the shit out of that, and Kamala, and they would have done it running for president. Trump isn't on there, man. I'm glad to disappoint you. Come on, Tampon Tim owns guns. Yes, he does, but as we all seen, he can't even, but he can fix the truck, man. Remember he said that? They're scared of my masculinity. Dems have had that data for a while. Yeah, exactly. I want these Epstein file bullshit out to get it the fuck out of the way so we can get back to running this country. There's so much shit going good right now, and these people who are wavering on Trump are fucking everything up. If the midterms get lost, it ain't because of the Democrats, it's because of you guys fucking are getting off the wagon. Get your head out of your asses. We're going to go to the fucking commercial here because I'm not going down that trail tonight. We're going to hit our 2 big hammers right here. Where are we at here? Yeah, baby. Main 2 right here. Eggplant. Oh.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308. 701-258-6308. Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right,
go where lemons go.
KALON'S Auto Service, owned and operated by Kalon and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to classic restorations, they can handle it all. Top quality work, fair price, and honest hometown values. Located just 1 block south of Highway 12 on 6th Avenue West in Lemmon. KALON'S Auto Service, serving you with all your auto repair needs.
That's right. We are back. JD here, 701 Nation, episode 38. Final episode for me. Guns in the 701. I know we got a lot more people on now watching. I did catch a few comments here on my personal page that didn't come through. Lynette, love Scotty, American Idol. That's what the Friday show, brother. Right on. Yeah, I mean, right? Some people bitch. Oh man, why'd you go on Hennon's show? Well, I don't know, you guys bitch. We went on with Michael Bell too. I get along with Michael Bell. I get along with Scott Hennon. I don't know about Joe Heitkamp. I used to call his show all the time. I mean, I could probably drink beer with that guy, but not talk politics. Anyway, let's see here. I'm going to get to it. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. This is my last show. Episode 38. Clay and the boys are going to keep it rolling. Not sure if anything's going to happen for me down the road. Maybe, maybe not. If not, this is it, man. I'm cashing in. You guys don't, if you don't want to follow me anywhere, YouTube, it's JD 701 Nation JD on YouTube. Rumble, I just started doing, I had a Rumble, but I just looked at it yesterday. It's at 701 Nation and X. Which I barely ever use that, but I'm going to use it more. I do like X at JDB 701 Nation. Go ahead and do that. If you want to keep up to date on shit, if you know me, I will. And if you know me, and you can send me a friend request on Facebook, JD Smith. Let's see here. Of course it is. Is Coors Light really beer though? Okay. Erica Kirk is a witch, says 18 wheels. I mean, she's a little strange to me, but I did like when she went off today and told all the conspiracy cultists that they're full of shit and she didn't try and kill her husband and all these other people are making money after. I do call it a conspiracy cult. There is conspiracies, but people nowadays, they'll believe any goddamn thing you tell them's a conspiracy and you throw up. I'm not on board like Erica. No. Anyway. I am leaving 18 wheels. You know what? Just real quick, just because, man, I love doing this. I'm passionate about the Second Amendment, guns, hunting, shooting, anything firearms related. Love anything freedom related, but you can only run on unicorn farts and rainbow stew for so I need to get paid, man. I put a lot of time into this. Listen, if I had a huge bank account and time and money wasn't and didn't mean shit to me, I would just come on and do this for free, 3-4 nights a week, but it doesn't. I buy stuff for the show. I buy bullets, I buy guns and everything else. And then, you take your time. If you just edit up a video, man, I sit there for 3 hours doing it, adding this, adding that, cutting this, sometimes more. It takes a lot of freaking work, man. And prepping for shows. I got show prep here. This is my last show. I could have just came on and been a fucking loser and not even prepped and just sat here and talked about dumb shit, nothing interesting. But that's not how I am. I want to be prepared a little bit, and I have to be prepared. Going off the cuff, that's not really it's not really my thing. So yeah, Leon, editing takes a capital Ton ton of time. It does. I'm wearing a badass shirt right now, Leon. Right here, baby. The republic. It is a republic, not a fucking. It's not a democracy. Sorry, Democrats. All right, man. Let me have a shot here of this delicious Fireball. And it is delicious. So, U.S. Speaking of politics and presidents and such, the United States Secret Service issued a request for information for a new 5.56 millimeter duty rifle. That's right. Not a 6 GT or a 6 Arc or a 6 Creed. Nope. The proven ass kicker for the United States of America, 5.56. And I just watched some more gel tests tonight with some fight. Man, I love doing them gel tests too, right? And I appreciate Lauer Auto and Axe doing a block of that gel costs like 80 freaking bucks to make, man. Well, it's probably 60 now because the price is going down. They are not Trump like. Just tweaking it. So, let's see. What's Brandon? It's hard as hell unless you go 5 the time or the money to pay someone to do it. Yeah. I mean, he's talking about like editing and doing everything. Yeah, and I got a full-time job, man. I'll just quit your job. No, I don't want to quit my job. I like what I do. I mean. Am I as passionate about my regular job as I am having fun and doing this? No, but I work with a bunch of most of them pretty much lifetime friends now, and it's a fun place to work, and we have fun, and we're all like-minded, and it's cool, man. It's a cool job. I enjoy it. I get to go out to dental offices every day and talk to people, and I enjoy it. And if I want to make a little side cash doing something else I love, well, that's what I want to do. And if it ain't working here, then I'm going to try it somewhere else. And if that don't work, pull the plug. For like the 10th time, I'm going to say that. Kevin Gillis, what's up, buddy? Show has always been great, and I'm clear across the country. I love hearing about the hunting out there. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it, man. And I remember right when we started, Kevin sent a video. They were running his flintlock. Him and his boy did a video. Actually, it was a pretty good viewed video. If you go way back, it was a short, I think, nice, slow, and saw the flash pan light up there in the powder. It was awesome, man. Love it. Kevin's a freaking awesome guy, man. All right. So, U.S. Service issued a request for information, a new 5.56. Secret Service's effort to identify manufacturers capable of providing a suppressed. So, you're going to see what they're going to want in here. See, I like talking about shit like this. I mean, there's some people like, God, this is going to be boring as fuck. Yeah, it isn't this long, but like I said, it gets long when I have my shit. And then after this, we're going to talk about the 6 biggest roadkill deer of all time, which is pretty cool. So, to identify manufacturers capable of providing a suppressed semi-automatic rifle that maintains operational consistency with their existing Knights Armament S16 service rifles. I didn't know they used Knights Armament. In my opinion, man, I shot one of them once. I don't see the big hard on for these Knights Armament. I'm not saying they're junk. I'm just like, they're awesome, and they look. I'm not like, I don't get the big deal with them. I mean, they got a military contract. That's probably why, and obviously a Secret Service one. So what are they after here? Requirements are specific and clearly written by people who actually use rifles, which is a good thing, right? Not like people under Biden or Obama. They're here, hold this shotgun way high on your shoulder and act like you're shooting it. Yeah, right? The Secret Service wants a rifle that's no taller than 8 inches, right? So like this way. I don't even know if that can't, well, yeah, I don't have anything to measure with 8 inches. Without accessories, weighs no more than 8 pounds with the suppressor. Yeah, I mean, that should be easily doable. It measures no longer than 29 inches with the stock folded and suppressor attached. Yeah, so one of their things they want is a folding, right, to carry it. How do you do a folder on a DI? It folds and you pop it back. I mean, it'll be a single. If you shoot it, I don't even know if you can shoot it with the damn thing. There might be a safety thing, but if you do, everything's flying out the back. But you just click it back over, and then it just runs. The buffer tube is in the folding stock. So if you don't know much about AR-15s, barrel length must fall between 12 1/4 and 14 inches. Yeah, I mean, just take that shit up to 16. I don't like. I was watching the velocity test on these shorter barrels too. Oh, you don't lose that much. You do. You do freaking lose it. So, all right, let me get to a few of these comments here before I go on. Yeah. Let's see here. Wait, what? You mean more goes into this than the 1 hour we see? Say it ain't so. Yeah, that's right, Gene. That's right. I'm definitely not as talented as our man Scott Bachmeyer. Scotty can throw a show together. I am not. I can do that a couple times, but he can do it anytime. I cannot do that. Eric Glauser just signed in. Excited to see your last show, JD. Sorry to see you go. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate that, man. And I actually messaged Eric the other day. I said, if I do go on, he's a big, he does a lot of night coyote hunting. I'd love to have him on and his guy he goes coyote hunting with, or just him, and just talk about some night hunting. You know, my dad's neighbor does a lot of it and he's super good at it, but he said, I'm not coming on doing that. So, yeah, okay. 18 wheels and dozen 6 shooters. Well, I'm definitely going to miss you, brother. I look forward to your show. Thank you. Thank you, 18 wheels. Appreciate that, man. And I appreciate you coming on here. I mean, when I you say that to everybody, I do, but I really do appreciate you guys. And when I'm gone, you still going to see me in the comments. I'm going to listen to Clay and Blackbeard and everybody else who comes on here, man. I love 701 Nation, Guns in the 701. I will be listening for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Got that on the back wall, says 2A701. One shot cap. Hey guys, I got my Black Hills cow elk last week with a lot of help from my son. Lots of elk in the hills. Awesome, man. Awesome. Love to hear that. What'd you get him with, One Shot Cap? What'd you get your elk with? Speaking of that, I got to throw a shout out to my man. I know Blackbeard knows him, and some of you guys on here, we had him on the show. Alex Balaz ran for the U.S. House. Alex stopped by, gave me some honey and some elk sausage, some elk summer sausage. And as you all know, I'm not a big that was the best elk meat I ever had. Alex made. Alex, if you watch this or listen to it, feel free to stop by any time with some more of that, with that summer sausage, man. I had it at work too, and some of the guys ate it, and they all said it was freaking awesome. So awesome job. He said his wife said it had too much smoke. No, that smoke was perfect on that stuff. Was awesome, man. I love that stuff. They also have bufferless ARs. Yeah, if you get like a piston driven, right? Is that I mean, I consider myself an AR guy, but I'm having a memory blank. Axel, they want a trench coat gun. Yeah. What unit One Shot Cap? Asked Eric Newman. Don't give up ideas. Don't give him any ideas, Doug. Told you, brother. He's solid. Yeah. When I first met Alex Balaz, he is a solid dude. One Shot Cap with his 270, 130 grain soft points. Freaking awesome, man. And I always say that too. 270 is a freaking hunting machine. Over 100 years old, and that thing still kicks major ass. Josh Patterson says, I love elk meat. Yeah, I never really had much I cared for, Josh, but that summer sausage is freaking amazing, man. BCL, okay. 2A71 says, Bear Creek Arsenal, brother. Eric Glauser, to be honest, I like calling coyotes during the day more. Daytime calling is a loss. It is. I think it's going to come back, though, Eric, because so many people are switching over, man. Shields had this huge thermal sale and night vision, and I think thermals is what most guys use for hunting coyotes. And my buddy, if you didn't see it, my buddy Justin sent me a video. It was a trigger cam, not a night thing, but he does night hunting too. 400 and some yards, dropped that coyote. I said it was his 243 Ackley improved. It was, and he texted me. He goes, "Yeah, cool video, man." But he goes, I retired to Ackley. It was a 6 Creed, so whatever. It was a hell of a shot at 400 and some yards. Awesome. Wait, you came to Fargo and to bring any elk meat? Says LF. What the fuck? No, that was Sunday. Alex swung by Sunday. They were on the way to Colorado, I think, to his wife's family's place down there. If you didn't hear when he had Alex on, he can't. They gave him a shot in the military, and every time he eats beef, he can't eat beef because he gets deathly sick and starts puking, and all he can eat is wild game. So he said, "Hey man, if you ever get a doe tag, shoot it. I'll freaking take your meat." But I don't know, the deer I had this year, it's the best deer I ever had, man. I don't want to give too much of that up. But all right, to continue with the Secret Service rifle here, The weapon must be semi-auto only. No FUDs allowed. No FUD guns allowed. And operate via either direct impingement or short stroke gas piston. It needs to run everything from 55 grain, which I would consider God's bullet grain, to 77 grain ammunition, including frangible rounds. The barrel must maintain 2 MOA accuracy and no more than 125 feet per second velocity loss after 10,000 round service life. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of one of the parameters of knowing your barrel's burnt out. You start losing a bunch of muzzle velocity. So, which 10,000 rounds should be a light snack with today's coating and metal treatment technologies, especially 2 MOA, a chrome line barrel should easily fucking go 10,000 rounds. Easily. The Secret Service isn't leaving much to chance on certain components they specified. Okay, here we go. Mandatory. These are mandatory. Whoever makes this gun for them, that's going to protect the greatest president of my lifetime, Donald J. Trump. Suppressor, Huxworks Flow 556. What's a flow mean? They changed the baffle so on semi-autos it blows more of the carbon shit out the front and it doesn't come back into your receiver and dirty shit up. They do work. I don't have a Huxworks. I have a Yankee Hill one. It's not called a Flow. It's something else. But some people say the Huxworks is louder. My Yankee Hill is quiet. It does not hurt your ears. It's mounted per manufacturer specs. No crush washers allowed. Yeah, I never got the fucking crush washers. I hate those things. I hate them with muzzle brakes and flash hiders. And I had them on one or two of my cans, and I'm like, what is this bullshit? A crush washer for my fucking can? No. Pistol grip, Magpul shit. I love Magpul. Magpul Miad Gen 1.1 grip kit, type 1, mag 520, black. It got to be black. That's mandatory. So don't come in with my favorite tactical peanut butter shit. That's a no-go for the Secret Service. Stock, Magpul CTR carbine stock. Love me some CTR stocks. Absolutely love those, man. Mounted to a folding stop adapter, black. Got to be black. Standardization, right? I mean, the point for that, everybody's got the same operating firearm. Somebody gets hurt or something happens and they got to pick up somebody else's gun. They're familiar with it. They don't got a different safety on it or an ambi something here, some other bullshit or a different grip. It's just like picking up their own gun and shooting it, right? So I totally get that. I know everybody likes to pimp their own guns out, but I mean, you sound like they're pretty pimped anyways, folding stock in a can. I mean, that's pimping up for me. I love that shit. The fire control selector must be ambidextrous, like I just said, with a single lever paddle design positioned so shooters don't have to break their firing grip to manipulate it. It needs to rotate exactly 90 degrees from safe to semi-auto with a positive detent in each position. God, they don't even get full autos? That's kind of weak shit, really. I mean, I'd want me a full auto if I was Secret Service. I mean, just because it's badass. And if you got to lay down some suppressing fire on some freaking unhinged leftist, which probably going to happen, I mean, it's nice to have full auto. The trigger pull must range between 4 to 6.5 pounds. Keep that shit at 4, 6.5, way too high. That's like taking a fucking come along 6-pound trigger. Bullshit. That's bullshit. Unless you like got the strongest fingers in the world and doesn't feel like nothing. 6.5 pound trigger sucks ass. If it's my opinion, you can differ with me in the comments. And be non-adjustable, 2-stage design with a smooth face. I'm down with a smooth face. I love 2-stage too, but I'm starting to turn into a single-stage guy. It's just old ass. You old fud. No other controls can exist inside the trigger guard area. Yeah, I got you. None of mine do, and know where I want them to. The charging handle must be ambidextrous with a latch release system and capable of one-handed operation. Down with that. The bolt hold open device must work via magazine follower and manual activation, and the bolt must stay back even after the empty magazine is removed. I mean, that's just standard AR shit right there, really. I mean, I don't know any ARs that don't lock back unless it's some Russian made or I don't know. Even the cheap bastards I've seen do. All right, let me get to a couple of these. We're going to get some comments here. We're backing up. I don't want to get too far back. I love the comments here. All right. One Shot Cap says, Eric, he was in unit H2F23. Eric says, I saw 16 coyotes one day when deer hunting. I need to get out and do some. Yeah, for sure, Eric. The coyotes they're freaking unbelievable this year, man. Oh, they're not worth nothing. I mean, when I hear that, they're not worth nothing. Who gives a shit? Go out and blast them. It's freaking fun. It's fucking fun. Yeah. Well, you're quitting your show and it's fun. You're not getting paid. That's apples to oranges. Shooting coyotes is a whole different deal. BC15, this is 2A701. BC15 300 black bolt action style rifle, 16-inch Parkerized heavy, 1-8 twist billet, lower bufferless. Yeah, but you can't have a bolt action. But I see what you're saying. I mean, that's cool, man. I would definitely. I mean, other than that, even 300 blackouts and FUD and bolts are freaking ultra quiet, man. Yeah, he's got the same thing here. 338 arc. Yeah, I was listening to some 338 arc stuff. They kind of sound pretty badass too, actually. Black guns matter, man. Yeah, indeed they do. Or just a BC15 bufferless multi-cal lower. All right, I'm gonna have to look into that because Axeman, put that special can on my folder and I'm Secret Service, bitch. Yeah. Eric Lodger, I agree. 4 pounds is the spot on trigger single stage is the best. Yeah. I would even say 3 pounds is my money. That's my money spot for a trigger. I've shot lighter ones than that. And yes, from the bench, can you be more accurate with that? Yeah. But I mean, it's all around hunting, group shooting. 3 pounds is my man. 4 pounds is good too. I mean, if it's a nice clean pull, for sure. Eric Newman, I'm not a fan of ARs. I'm a bolt action guy. Yeah, man, I used to be, I grew up with bolts, and then I got, I don't want to say, God, I almost feel like I was kind of anti-bolt action a little bit, but ARs, I'm going to be honest with you guys, ARs is what like really made me, I mean, I always like guns and shooting, but I mean, that ARs is what made me like a gun nut, like what the Democrats call it, like love guns. You gun worshiping freak. Yeah, and it did do that. And it just put me more into it and made me, and then of course, I always knew the leftists hated them, but to the extent when I got into it, I mean, it just made me like them even more. Kevin Gillis says, it's not like it's hard to have the full auto option. One click. Yeah, true. 2A701, dog's back, baby. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Bad Boys Outdoors. Yotes. What he said something back up there. I missed what he said there. He's corrected himself on spelling. Oh, he's laughing at the Yotes. I got you. 18 wheels, dozen 6 shooters, 5. I just picked up my new truck gun. Have you seen the Henry Supreme 223? That thing's absolutely. That is our man MVE Brian Warner won one of those. Yeah, I told him bring it down to Axis. Let's do some shooting. Oh, those are freaking awesome, man. Takes AR mags. I love those. Those are freaking awesome, man. Josh Patterson says, I prefer a bolt over AR. Anymore, I always preferred an AR, and then I kind of went back a little bit. Depends on what I'm doing. Yeah, it depends on what I'm doing. It depends. I mean, they both definitely have their advantages in certain situations, but Axel says JD is going back to full FUD, exclamation point. 2A701, 8-year-old is getting a bolt action in his stocking. Absolutely. Oh, I'm not saying don't get somebody, we got censored is what bad boy. Yeah. YouTube, man, Facebook's been a lot more friendly since Trump's been in, and Zuckerberg, like I said, he's been hanging out with some UFC guys, but yeah, no, my daughter wanted to kill her first deer down at Clay's with an AR, and she couldn't shoot it that good. I had her shoot a bolt, and she shot it better. And I'm like, you're not shooting it with that AR. You're not there, and it's not going to happen yet. But take an AR mag, so she loves it. Eric says, Eric Glauser, shameless plug here. I just want to thank everybody that came out to the Lincoln Sportsman's Club buck contest. We had a great turnout, and we can't do it without you all. Yeah, Eric, that was awesome. And I actually work with Scotty Mock. So, Scotty Mock, Lincoln Sportsman's Club out there. And huge turnout, man. He showed the pictures. If you didn't see it, go on, I think it's Lincoln Sportsman's Club on YouTube or Facebook. Massive amount of bucks. It's freaking, It's cool, man. They got big rows of them hanging on these PVC pipes. It's freaking awesome, man. If you like antlers, you'll love that. Justin Latinsky says the 204 Ruger with 40 grain VMAX is good, Kyle. Oh, absolutely, Justin. That's like a freaking laser gun, man. And I've said it before. I don't understand why the 204. It's almost like it kind of went away. But all right, I'm almost done with this Secret Service thing. I felt like I was, and then we're gonna go to our big break. All right, I'll tell you what. You're listening. I'll just plan on let's go 2 hours, and then yeah. All right. Anyway. Charging hand guards. That's where I was. Free floating. The free floating hand guard must measure 9 inches long at the 6 o'clock position with at least 8 inches of configurable rail mounting space at 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. That configurable designation means either direct mill standard 1913 mounting or M-lock slots removal. I'll take either one, man. I love M-lock. I don't like the whole handguard with the full 360 rails. No, I do not like that. I like one on the top, and then I like putting the M-lock rails on wherever I need them. The contractor must provide enough M-lock rail segments in 3, 5, or 7 slot aluminum configurations to cover the full length at all 3 positions simultaneously. Yeah. The upper rail must align perfectly with the handguard's top rail when assembled. Yeah, and I've had a couple ARs that didn't. They didn't shoot as good as the other ones, man. You can say what you want, but if shit ain't lined up just right, shit ain't working right. And the combined receiver and handguard must provide at least 16.375 inches of continuous Picatinny rail at the 12 o'clock position. Perfect. Magazine compatibility. They want this thing to run with PMags, man. PMag 30 rounder is what they want. I can't argue with that. Magazines must allow magazines to drop free without assistance. Yeah, I mean, any dropout mag should really do that, right? Handgun, AR, whatever. AKs don't because that's a fucking commie gun. That's why. Sling, and you got to do a special shit to them to make them bolt hold open on the last round. Sling mounting points must be rotation limited. 4 position, quick QD cups. I love QD cups for sure. I'm actually going to start putting those cups in my bolt rifles because I love it. When you clean them, you can just pull that shit out of there and get it the hell out of the way too. QD cups are freaking great. Love it. Okay, so here's the requirements. If you want to be one of the big dogs who are going to make the new Secret Service rifle, the offer must be original equipment manufactured. The offerer. I mean, a weird word. I never saw that before. Must be the original equipment manufacturer of the serialized low receiver, and the site inspections may be required. All external metal parts need a dark, subdued, rust, and corrosion-resistant finish that won't be affected by simple green or other common gun cleaning solvents. Used in heated ultrasonic tanks. And ultrasonic tanks will take some shit off. No flaking, peeling, or blotching. The low receiver must carry a minimum of a 20,000 round warranty from the manufacturer. This product follows the Secret Service's continued modernization efforts. The counter assault team currently runs Knight's Armament SR-16 CQBs. Okay, I thought these were 16-inch barrels with 11.5-inch barrels. Yeah, I mean, all right, I'll give these guys a break. They're probably not going to be shooting, and they probably got sniper teams anyways. Those rifles feature Knight's Armament QDC suppressors, Aimpoint T2 optics, and Law tactical folding stock adapters. Yeah, that's the only one I've really seen with these Law folding stock adapters. They look cool. The Knight's Armament suppressors look badass too. I've never heard one shot, but they look cool. This new requirement appears aimed at slightly longer barreled configurations from 12.25 to 14-inch. Yeah, I think the military uses 14 inchers. But I mean, with this new ammo casings coming out, Federal's got one now, and you guys heard me talk about the shell shock technologies. I actually tested them. You're getting like 200-300 feet more per second. So I don't know. And these Federal ones are supposed to be way more accurate. I haven't seen them in a while yet, but when I do, I definitely want to try them. While still maintaining a compact overall package with the folding stock. The Secret Service. Oh yeah, here we go. You ready, 308 guys? I'm gonna piss you off. The Secret Service has been actively updating its weapon systems across the board. Earlier this year, they issued an RFI, whatever the hell that means, for 6.5 Creed designated marksman rifles to replace their, drum roll please, 7.62 by 51 308 M110 SAS rifles. Sorry, 308 guys. I like 308s too, but Creedmoor is better in my opinion. So who can compete? Who do they got going here? Several manufacturers. This is the end of it here, gang. Several manufacturers. I know some of you like it, but some of you are like, shut the F up. Several manufacturers likely have rifles that could meet these specs with minimum modification. Knights Armament has obvious advantages given their requirement for SR16 consistency. Yeah, and they're already there. And companies like Dyna Defense, LMT, Noveski, LWRC, and others build quality rifles in this configuration space. Yeah, so they make all their own lowers. You know, they forge them or mill them or whatever they do. They want everybody to do all their own shit, like I said, in their own, and these guys come in and inspect them and make sure everything's the requirements for OEM lower receiver manufacturing narrows the field. They're not looking for assemblers using purchased lowers. God damn it, I thought I was going to get my gun in a 701 rifle. They want vertically integrated manufacturers who forge or machine own receiver. Okay, there it was right there. Yeah, I knew I read that. So, yeah. So, hey, all right, let me get to a few more comments here. I don't know. I think, I don't know. They're going to have to run them through tests, I guess, right? Everybody's got to offer one up, and then they got to test them out and make sure they run good. So, all right. Definitely an M-Lock fan, says 2A71. Brandon George, we will try here. If anyone wants to have at the Yotes, let me know. We got plenty 12 miles south of Sterling. All right. Hey, there you go. Eric, get on that, man. Okay, Justin says, private message me, Brandon. I would like help with that and like to help you with that. Yeah. Only 2.5 hour drive for you for LF to get over there. Eric Lodger, my dumbass went to Shields to get my daughter a Christmas present. I bought that and then walked out with a $500 carbon tripod for my night gun shooting coyotes. What is wrong with me? Hey, man. Only thing I could see wrong with that is if you didn't have the coins for it. If you did, who cares, man? I'd love to know. I actually saw John Armour, and I ran into him in there, and he bought one of those too, Eric. I'm curious what you use it, what you think of it. And I mean, what is it like compared to a Harris, right? The tilter 9-13. What do you going like that? Because that's like a pound, I think, 15, 16 ounces. What's the one you got? Like 10, 9 ounces? What's that one coming at, if you remember? There you go, Brandon's got his number. I'm not shy about giving out my number. He needs some Yotes. Come get his Yotes, 701-425-9855. Or if you're a good-looking single gal, Brandon's a pretty handsome devil. Got himself a good job there. Good guy, you know. Go ahead and give him a holler. No judgment, Eric. It would be like the pot calling the kettle black. Yeah, hello, Brandon. I'm Nigerian Prince, and I need your help. That was from 2A701. Call you in a bit. All right. Bog Pod Axe says. Bog Pod. Nah, yeah. Yeah, you got that one. Axe has that one, a death grip, I think we used. But anyway, all right, gang. I'm going to switch over here. We're going to do our big ad. Big ad. Finally ready. Here it is. Here's the big one. We're going to come back, and then, Eric, I'm going to start out with your comment, and then I'll tell you what we got. We got, gang, the 6th biggest roadkill bucks of all freaking time. A couple of these are freaking really big, and the other ones are, you know, pretty good. An Army, real short article. Army's got new shotgun contract with Mossberg, and then the happy ending of the week. So let's hit it. We'll be back. JD, 701 Nation, final episode. Appreciate everybody here with me.
LAUER Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at LAUER Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with LAUER, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308. 701-258-6308. Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right,
Go where lemons go.
KALON'S Auto Service, owned and operated by Kalon and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to classic restorations, they can handle it all. Top quality work, fair price, and honest hometown values. Located just one block south of Highway 12 on 6th Avenue West in Lemmon. KALON'S Auto Service, serving you with all your auto repair needs.
For the best gun gear for every and any situation, Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
At Horton LaserCraft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton LaserCraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton LaserCraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient. Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more. Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton LaserCraft, where memories are engraved.
Yeah, JD 701 Nation, we're back. Hey, everybody, appreciate you coming on tonight. Hey, make sure, I know it's my last show, so make sure you feel free to hit that like button, right? Love it. Love it. Hit that. Do old JD a favor on his way out the door here. So all right, let me get to some of these comments here we missed. Oh, okay. Eric Lauser, 4 pounds with the head, super lightweight. Awesome. Awesome, man. Love it. Okay, Tricer is what he's got. Tricer bipods. Brian Wander, damn, I should have made you a special bottle for that. Yeah, you should have. Hey, Brian, guess what? If I end up doing my own thing, you can make me that special bottle for episode 1. Axel Hondo, if I were to buy a shotgun from Angry Man Arms from South Dakota, would it take anything to ship it to me other than an FFL? I think I want to see John actually did he? I think he paid the shipping. I think. So no, I don't. I think just your FFL fee. But you know, those guys now get touchy, and a lot of them will charge you like $50. But whatever. You're helping out John. His great prices down. I bought a couple rifles from John. Brown and George, appreciate y'all. JD, thank you for all the stories shared and information on all the hot topics. I've got to roll out for the night. Feel free to text anytime to those wanting some field dogs. All right, Brandon, thanks, man. Appreciate you too, man. Thanks for coming on tonight and jumping on for a little bit. Really appreciate that. Brian and I are Axel Hondo. Brian and I remember a little bit about your last special bottle. He's special. It was good. Brian makes some damn good. Yeah. Red Eye, right? Red Eye, I think you made me. 2A 701. Send that bottle to me, Brian. I'll definitely get half of it to him personally. All right. All right. Who's ready here? Let's continue on. The top 6 biggest bucks, roadkill bucks of all time. I don't know about all time, but it's from realtree.com here. I'm going to do a little deer car collision stats here. According to data from Consumer Reports, 1.3 million deer are hit by vehicles each year. State Farm reports, no, I don't have insurance with State Farm. The average U.S. vehicle operator has a 1 in 127 chance of hitting a deer. The state with the highest odds of vehicle whitetail collisions, see, I told you they're kind of a whitetail, it's actually all whitetails, of whitetail collisions are as follows. 1, West Virginia, 1 in 38. Montana, 1 in 53. Man, that's a big difference from West Virginia, Montana. And then we go back again. Pennsylvania, 1 in 59. Michigan, 1 in 60. Wisconsin, 1 in 60. Iowa, Mississippi, South Dakota, Virginia, and Missouri complete the top 10. Here are these 6 biggest roadkill bucks of all time. Coming in, number 6, the Muskota Monster. A lot of these are from Wisconsin, too. They say 140-inch doe, in quotation marks. What do you mean? The Muskota Monster doesn't carry a record class rack. However, its heavy mass and drop time make it a special Wisconsin whitetail. The story does too. The Muskota Monster actually shed its antlers just before getting hit by a vehicle. Yeah, the guy got out, thought he hit a doe, and saw the freaking antlers laying there and picked them up. So that 140-inch, I mean, that's pretty good sized whitetail either way. Yeah, we're not talking about shooting. We're talking about roadkill, right? The Illinois roadkill buck, carrying a big, wide outside spread of 31-inch wide whitetail. That's freaking, I don't care if that's outside or not. That's freaking wide. That's an awesome buck. The Illinois roadkill buck was hit in 1965. Wow, that is a freaking long time ago. Its main beams are 29 inches and 31 inches, and its bases are more than 6 inches in circumference. That's a beast. It even has antler tines longer than 11, 12, and 13 inches. The overall deer scored 176 and 5/8. And I got what is my 172 and 3/8 or something. So 176 is that's a damn good sized deer. Moving on, Illinois. No, that last one was the damn Illinois. Did I skip that one? No, yeah, the last one was the Illinois. I said Wisconsin. The Illinois roadkill buck. My bad. Trying to look up here at the comments and back down. So the Wisconsin roadkill buck killed in October 2007. The Wisconsin roadkill buck met an unfortunate death. They say that by car because he was chasing around a bunch of does. Probably going to breed him when he was a 190-inch whitetail, which is what he scored. It is unfortunate when a 190-inch whitetail gets killed that way. The Titan buck found dead on the side of the road. The Titan buck was picked up near Knoxville, Iowa. I didn't know there was a Knoxville, Iowa. The short tine deer is narrow, but it has big beams. Yeah, these are big. 26 and 7/8 and 27 and an eighth. Man, them are close too. And mass and deep. 7-inch bases. 7-inch base is freaking unbelievable. The Titan buck here scored 204 inches, and it was 2015 is when it got killed by a driving accident there. Yeah, man, that's a crying damn shame nobody got to shoot that. All right, here we go back to Wisconsin. Another Wisconsin deer, the Comstock buck, was hit by a vehicle at Comstock, Wisconsin, which is a rural area in the northwestern part of the state. It was killed on Thanksgiving night 2017. Incredibly, okay, so I'm going to give you guys something. The deer scores 2, 2, 3, oh God, and 7/8 inches, not counting some tines that broke off in the collision. With the tines, it scored 251 and 3/8 inches at the broken points. I'd just go ahead and leave that son of a bitch at 223 inches. Believe, boys and girls, believe. All right, we got one more here. This is the big dog. This is the biggest roadkill buck of all. And then I'm going to get to your comments here. they call this one here, and of course this one is Missouri, man. I don't see them videos. I mean, them southern bucks look big, but not this damn big. The Monkey Mountain monsters that killed in northwest Missouri gets its name from the area it lived in and died. In the early 1990s, someone found a shed antler from the buck. Within 2 to 3 years, the deer started growing 250 plus inch racks. In the fall of 1997, the deer was hit by a vehicle. It scored 259 and 6/8 inches. That is freaking unbelievable. If entered into the record books, it would have been number 3 all time in Missouri, but instead it's number 1 all time in road kills, apparently. So, wow. Wow. And get the chainsaw when that happens, right? You know what I mean? All right, let me get to some of these comments here. Axel Hondo, Brian and I, okay, I got that one. Eric Newman, where's Brandon George from for yote hunting? Wonder how far of a drive it is. He's up in Bismarck here, Eric. He's in Bismarck, but I think the land he hunts is he's got a deer shack up and he's good friends with the landowner south of Bismarck here. And I think you're gonna have to come up and go around, or maybe on Mobridge and up across the river. You'd have to ask him. But Axe says a lot of dead deer on the way to Wisconsin. John Rogow, Little Angry Man Arms, great sponsor of the show. Like I said, I got a couple of firearms here from John. Replying to Axel, nope, it's easy, Axe. Just have to pick the FFL and we can make it happen. Make it, not can. Make it happen. Make it happen. Further south you go, the smaller they get, brother. Yeah, I mean, their bodies for sure. The Texas bucks got huge antlers, but I seen some big body deer this year. God, I hope this winter doesn't go really bad, because there's going to be some huge freaking deer on. Mark the Napa Patriot, what's up, brother, man? Mark, love this guy. Partied with him in Vegas. Came out to Axes, him and the wife, and shot some guns. Great American right there, veteran. Late to the party. Great to see you, JD. Great to see you, Mark. Looking forward to you coming. Man, you got to get back up here again, and let's go shoot some guns. I know you don't like winter. Come up in the summer. We'll get back out on the boat. Obviously, Axe has a whole. Well, he's going to get himself another gun here from Little Angry Man. So I know you and the wife like that 50. So you come up. We'll get some 50 rounds. Axel says, thanks, John. I might be hitting you up for a new shotgun. Might. Let me rephrase that. John, I will be hitting you up for a new shotgun. There, Axe, I fixed that shit for you. 2A701 deer, that is. Everything else down in the south is much bigger. Huge. Because our man 2A701's from Louisiana. So Mark says, I can't wait. Let's plan a trip. Absolutely, brother. Love it. Love hanging out. Man, like Mark's one of these guys, him and the wife, you meet him and you feel like you've known him your whole life. And when I first met Mark and Nicole down in Vegas, Mark and I were, people were joking like, God, you guys are going to start making out? Because we got along great, man. It was great. Boozed up, freaking arm around each other and shit. And we had a great time at was it called Max Golf or whatever the hell it is, where you crank on them golf balls? But yeah, anyways, good dude. Love hanging out with that guy. Great American. All right, let's go. Speaking, I said Mark was in the Army. Mark, we're going to talk some Army shit right here a little bit. U.S. Army awards, sorry, Eric, awards Mossberg a contract for additional 590A1 shotguns. The contract will refresh and reinforce the Army's inventory of the proven 590A1 pump action. I think the Army, I think all the services branches started out with like the Winchesters. I think Clay and I have done some stories on them. With the hammer, and you cock them, model 12, I think they were. I could be wrong. And then went to, I think they went to the Remington 870s, and they've been with Mossbergs for a while here now. 590A1 look freaking badass, man. Them things look freaking badass. So here's a little statement from Mossberg. Proud to announce that it has been awarded a contract for approximately $11.6 million. And I'd be proud of that too. To supply the U.S. Army with additional Mossberg 590A1 pump action shotties, first adopted by multiple branches of the U.S. military in 1987. All right, that sounds about, I was thinking around that time frame. The Mossberg 590 proved its reliability and durability by successfully completing the rigorous mil-spec 3443E testing protocol. The Mossberg 590 features a heavy wall barrel, metal trigger guard, metal safety selector switch, and Parkerized finish. They also got like a marine coat one. I mean, I suppose, the Army, they still do like river patrols and shit. And I mean, the Marines use the same shotgun. So, I mean, in the Navy, so I'm sure it's like that. It looks silver, their marine coat, but I mean, it's just more resistant to, I think it's more of a saltwater resistant thing. And I did not know this, but, 590A1, they call them pro shotguns. They come in 14, 18.5, and 20-inch configurations. They were released at the 2025 Pro Shot, or the SHOT Show, which I looked at. They were pretty cool, man. I just don't hunt no more for birds. I love eating them. I love eating pheasant, especially the way my buddy's wife Tammy makes them. They're really awesome. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of a tactical. If I got another shotgun, for home defense, or man, Remington and Mossberg make that one. You take a detachable mag, and most of them take like 5 or 10, but you get that drum mag in there. It takes like 20. God, it looks so freaking. Love that shit. I mean, a shotgun with a drum magazine. I mean, come on, man. Of course, Axe and 2A701 there, they got the semi-auto, and man, those things run for the price. Okay, here we go. Gene says the 1897 Winchester was the OG trench sweeper. Yeah, there it was. Okay, yep. Yeah, definitely. And you could pull the trigger and just keep jacking the slide and then slam fire it. Got to have some mallard in you, brother. That's what you keep saying. See, Leon South, man, he's a big duck, man. The duck, I'm going to let him. I will come down there at some point, Leon, and have you make me some duck. We'll hang out and have some good drink and fun. And I definitely want to do it because he tells me duck's great. I'm so open-minded, man. I'll try just about anything. But yeah, I missed a few comments here. Gene says body mass is Bergman's rule. The further from the equator, the bigger the body. Yeah, I agree, Gene. Like you watch some guys take. He's talking about like deer. You look at like whitetail bucks or muleys up in Canada. Even the coyotes, man, they're freaking. And deer actually go up into Alberta or deer. Yeah, of course they do, dipshit. Antelope. I mean, they just got huge animals up to that cold weather. Just makes them get big, man. And there's a lot of whitetails I see on them hunting shows that they pass on in Canada with that huge body. I'm just like, God, I don't think I could pass on them just because he's such a freaking beast of a body. Not that they're dinks, but I mean, they're nice deer, but the body's just, God, they're big deer up there. Eric says, I feel sorry for the Army and their subpar Mossberg, LOL. Oh, Josh Peters says, ducks, we dragged them home behind the pickup. 2A71 says, damn it, Josh, sit on your hands. Gene, we're having the duck things going now. I'll advise the notion that wood duck is the best eating duck. Okay. Most ducks I cut open got worms in their freaking breasts, and it gags me. So I'm just like, and they're always swimming in like shitty little muddy ponds and just like turtles and shit. Like my buddy Rob said, he ate alligator once. I'm like, how did it taste? And he goes, just like every other reptile that lives in the mud. So I don't know, when the boys down south cook them on the videos and the shows, it looks pretty damn good to me. I definitely would try it. So I don't know, maybe I need some of that Ronnie DeSantis coastal gator there, right? Oh, 922. Hey, we got a good crowd going tonight. Appreciate everybody. Like I said, don't forget to hit that like button, man. Just you set me off with that big freaking like on everything. I'd appreciate that. 2A7, no, brother. Mallards are awesome. All right, because I don't know that I've shot much. Did they just call mallards? I'm going to show my ignorance on ducks here and duck hunting. Are mallards just the greenheads, or are mallards a breed of duck? Eric Newman, worms cook up fine. Hell with them fellas. Buzzards got to eat. Same as worms. Little Josie Wales for you there. Funny. All right. What are we in here? Hour and 24. Let's get in. Let's do the happy ending chronicle. Little longer one than usual here. It's a happy, sad, happy chronicle. How's that? You guys will know what I mean when I get to it here. Josh Patterson says, every time I had duck, it tastes like slough, and I had the same texture as the mud in the slough. I'll take pheasant. See, Josh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what my buddy told me. And he's kind of a picky bastard like me, too. So, but as I said, when LF cooks that duck, man, it looks freaking good. And I will, if anything, I'll eat the rice or gumbo or whatever he makes with it. What do you make with duck, anyways, LF? I know you just don't put it in there and grill the duck or whatever you do. You got to have cooked something with it. Anyways, let's hit this happy ending chronicle, and then we'll keep freestyling here. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. 25-year-old 7-Eleven clerk. This incident took place midnight last Thursday. Stephanie Dilliard was working alone when a piece of shit attempted to pay for burritos, beef sticks, and ice cream with a counterfeit $100 bill. So he's eating shitty food, unhealthy food, other than the beef sticks. And then he tries it with a counterfeit $100 bill. When she refused the transaction, you get that 100, and they always look up at it, and then you got to go, I just got it off the press, like they haven't heard that a million times. She refused the transaction. The situation quickly escalated. Oh, yeah, this here guy, he's a fucking gem. He threatened me, and he said he was going to slice my head off, Dilliard continued. As she tried to call police, the piece of shit began throwing items and then came behind the counter. I tried to run off, but he grabbed his hands around my neck and pushed me out of the counter space. That's when I pulled out my gun and I shot the son of a bitch. I added a little bit to that. The suspect, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. The suspect, 59-year-old worthless piece of shit who hasn't learned nothing in his 59 years on earth, Keith Thompson, fled to a nearby intersection and fell over and called 911. He was later arrested at the hospital and charged with assault and battery, threatening acts of violence, attempting to pass a counterfeit bill, and a felony warrant for violating parole. Wow, really? No, not what does Ted Nugent call them? Recidivistic maggots. Dilliard's use of force was deemed lawful under Oklahoma's self-defense status. However, here's where it goes, I said, from happy to not happy. She was terminated the following Monday for violating 7-Eleven's weapons policy, which of course prohibits employees from possessing firearms on company property. According to the company employees handbook, even legally owned firearms are forbidden and may not be stored in personal vehicles parked on company property. Wow, yeah, that would have worked out fucking great for her, right? She'd have been dead. Dilliard said she was told by the HR from 7E that instead of using your firearm, she was expected to defend herself with items available in the store. With no specific items were suggested, the policy left some wondering what she was realistically supposed to use. Yeah, man, pick up a can of soup and throw it at a I saw the dude. He's 59 years old, but he's a big dude, and she was a little tiny white chick. What are you gonna do? Throw something at some big 59-year-old muscled up guy who's been in the fucking penitentiary jacking weights for freaking 10 years? Stupid. And what else is in 70? Okay, I'll squirt your eyes. I'll shake my Coke bottle up and spray you in the eyeballs. These people who guaranteed whoever wrote that is a freaking anti-Trump TDSer or a Democrat voter. I mean, almost the same thing anymore, really. But because they don't have any common sense to live in a world of reality. Despite losing her job, Dilliard emphasized the importance of preserving her life. Thank you. This was a situation where I felt like I was put in a corner between choosing between my job and my life. You were, and you didn't feel like it, you were. And I'm always going to choose my life. Good, because she's got, she's worked the 11 to 7 a.m. shift for 2 years. And I mean, no respect for her. She's worked a shitty shift for 2 years, and this is how they fucking treat her. And still bore injuries from the encounter, including scratches on her neck and burns on her fingers from firing the weapon. So yeah, I mean, close. I mean, you're freaking panicking, and this big son of a bitch is choking the life out of you. You got to fucking walking into the back room. You know what's going to happen. Thompson remains in custody, and it's unfortunate. I mean, it wasn't a fairy tale, HE, because this son of a bitch is still breathing, wasting air. Dilliard hopes her story raises awareness about the vulnerability of late night workers, particularly women. If I know there's potential, if I know there's potential, someone could take a life, I'll do whatever it takes. I hope women see that and know they have the right to defend themselves. She's right there, because a lot of women don't actually see that, which blows my mind. And I know women like that who, a gun, no, you just, no. I mean, they don't live in, smart people, no common sense, they don't live in reality. So I said, happy, sad, happy, right? So she got fired, right? And, I saw pictures of, they don't look very, like they got a lot of money, her and her boyfriend and the kids there. A GoFundMe page has been set up to support Dilliard and her children as she navigates the aftermath of the incident and the loss of her job. So she put I checked right before the show. She had put a $50,000, that's what she, her not her expectation, but what she really wanted, $48,064 as of, 7:55 or whatever it was when I checked. So, if you're feeling generous and help this gal, Stephanie, Stphanie, Dilliard is her last name, Dilyrad, and then just punch in 7-Eleven clerk fired in Oklahoma City. And I mean, I was watching people were donating at the time. She might have reached her goal and exceeded it by now. So, right, happy ending. Nice young lady, just doing her job in Oklahoma, was going to get choked out and raped and robbed, and she used her Second Amendment rights to defend herself and protect and save her life, really, and shoot this bastard. And really, she worked at 48,000 already, probably. Realistically, probably 2 years salary from 70. I hope she jacks that shit up to 248,000. I'd love it. So, all right, let me get some more comments here. I'm laughing at some of these here. Okay. Yeah. 2A701. Josh is obviously drunk. Oh, he doesn't have diabetes no more, so that's not affecting him. Eric says, I don't like the taste of invasive species pheasant. I'd rather eat grouse. Oof. Eric, my God, that grouse is, that is prairie carp, man. Negative, Leon, says Josh. Axel says, sounds like how George Floyd tried to pass a counterfeit bill. Yeah, and then he was all high and right? I mean, that's what his dope killed him. It wasn't freaking DC that got him. Axel Hondo, what's her name and address? I want to hire her for a new service writer. She'd be perfect down there at Lauer Auto Repair. Absolutely. Fit right in, right? A big article on her. You can put it on the wall, blow it up. Brian Warner, fuck 7-Eleven. They don't sell bacon either. Oh, absolutely, Brian. That place went downhill years ago, man. They actually closed. They had one for years down across from the post office on Rosser and Bismarck. I used to go there all the time. I lived on Rosser for years. And God, the last time I went in there, it was just a complete shithole, right? Oh, you said shithole. Yeah, I did. And there was a bunch of white people and there was a shithole. They're closed down. They tore it down and made a parking lot like the song. I don't remember the name of the song. 2A701, Josh, this is an intervention, brother. We've all written out how your behavior is negatively affecting us. Gene says, whip some ass with a coconut snowball. Yeah, coconuts. Yeah, no shit, right? A snowball. They're really tasty, but Kevin Gillis is 100%. Yeah, I know Kevin. No, that was a happy ending what she did. Like I said, not a fairy tale, but a happy. Well, maybe Clay will have a fairy tale on Friday on Mitchell in the Morning. Josh says, was she supposed to give him a Kit Kat and tell him to take a break? Commie company, obviously, yeah. Or a Snickers bar, right? When they're a bitch or whatever, or an angry asshole, and they give them a Snickers bar and they turn back into who they are. Mark the Napa Patriot, and that GoFundMe would take down a fundraising campaign if she has one like that. Yeah, I was actually surprised when I searched it up today. I was like, damn, it's still on there, really? Okay. I'm not saying they turned a corner, they didn't, but I'm happy it's still on her, and I hope she's making a shitload of money. 2A701, insane that she got fired. Right, it is insane. Just like I said, leftists run 7-Eleven. They are insane. They have no common sense. They don't live in reality. Just like I said, like some of these TDS Trump supporters. I don't care if you blow a drug boat up. I don't care if that son of a bitch is bringing cocaine, or if it's bringing fentanyl. If that son of a bitch blows up and they go flying out of there like rag dolls, keep freaking, I don't care if you got a quadruple tap them, take them fucking, end them. End them. They're pieces of shit. They're cartel members. They dismember people alive. They put people in acid bottles. They rape little girls. They rape people. They rape women. They rape men. They dehumanize people. They bring drugs in our country and get people addicted and ruin their fucking lives. And the Democrats and these TDS Republicans are pissed off because we're doing the right thing in it. So, like if a coyote comes into your yard, let's say you got chickens, and a coyote comes into your yard and he's eating a chicken, and you shoot and you blow his leg off, and he's sitting there yelping and eating a chicken. Do you go down there and take the coyote to the fucking vet and repair his leg? Well, he's out of the fight now. We can't finish him up. No, you don't do that. You fucking end the son of a bitch because he's eating your chickens. Fucking God, these people are no comments. Just unbelievable. Gene says, peaceful fishing boats. Yep. Yeah, because I mean, you can definitely troll. If you got 450 horse Mercs on your boat, you can definitely troll that thing down. Just back troll it, you'll slow down, right? And I mean, all them big barrels in there, I'm sure they're full of minnows and shit for their downriggers and bottom bouncers. What MSNBC said they were sailors? Yeah. And I mean, I've seen Wall Street Journal did an interview with one of these guys, and he said, man, we work for the cartel. They train us to do this, and we're all ready to just drive this boat, and then we get blown out of the water. And if we live, we're going to go back and get another boat and do the same thing. That's what they do. They're fucking criminals and pus pockets on the face of the planet. God, these people defend this shit. Pete Haig says, keep doing what you're doing. You are fucking awesome, dude. Mostly peaceful fishing boats, says Axel. Josh Patterson says, GoFundMe kept up. They know they're going to get a nice cut out of that. Yeah, maybe, you know. GoFundMe's pissed me off a ton. I hope they keep that up there because this gal deserves, like I said, she deserves to get 200. I mean, you guys heard me say this before, and these people, this is the kind of thing where like Trump should go into the whatever national bank account or whatever the fuck you call it and just cut her a check for $500,000 for doing everybody a goddamn favor, right? Because this asshole is probably going back to prison for good, and and he got what he fucking deserved. I don't know where she got him, but the fight ended quick. He took off running and tipped over under the freaking street light. And 911, a guy who probably hates cops and wants to defund law enforcement, calls the cops and calls fucking an ambulance to help him out. Yeah, they took down the Rittenhouse one. Yeah, they took Kenosha Kyle, man, one of the greatest heroes in American history. That's non-military. They took him down. I mean, but hey, we all know it all ended up freaking great for Kenosha Kyle, right? CNN had to pay, and yeah, rightfully so. The man did what he had to do, defended people's businesses, and we did that here in Bismarck. It didn't get to that point, but these people are, trust me, Antifa and BLM. These people were fucking insane, rude, angry, evil assholes. Not all of them. There was, a good portion of them that were nice, but the ones that weren't, I should have videoed these people. They were, I mean, they were exactly what you thought they were, and they said exactly what they said. They were freaking pieces of shit, no doubt about it. Yeah, 100% they were. So coming up Friday, 8:15 a.m. And hey, you guys, 9:37. Yeah, we got about 5-10 more minutes here. Clay Peterson, my man, going on. Hold on a minute here. 18 wheels, dozen 6 shooters. I just read Rittenhouse took himself a hot wife. He's doing okay, right? And to be fair, Rittenhouse, not a very. I'm not saying he's an ugly man, but he's definitely not. He's not a sexy beast. He's not Secretary Sean Duffy handsome. So, which by the way, when they had the pull-up thing on there, I just got to say this: Duffy was the only guy who actually got his chin up over the bar. And I know Kennedy's like 70. I mean, the guy's yoked out anyways. But the other guys, they were just like doing like quarter pull-ups, and I'm like, Duffy's the only guy repping out here, man. He's going full down, full up, chin over the bar. It's called a chin up, man. And I'm giving him the prize. I don't give a shit. I'm still giving Kennedy props. Like I said, the dude's 70 or whatever, and he pumped out, 20 pull-ups, which is that's pretty freaking good. So anyway, Friday, 8:15, KFYR. Clayton's going to be on. Mitchell in the morning. 550 AM, 99.7 FM, and iHeart, which our man MBE Brian, he's an MBE country. He's in and out on that, so he probably just listens on 550. Yeah, and yeah, I got to put that in there. Blackbeard and myself, we're gonna be on AM 1100 The Flag with Kevin Flynn and Beck TV from 10 to 11. You can watch it on Beck TV on their social media. I'm gonna be right here doing it. Blackbeard's gonna be doing it from his bunker, and Kevin's gonna be doing it from his place. And I don't want to see, he's up by where's the pizza, the big lake, Detroit Lakes, I think he's by. So yeah, we're gonna be on for an hour talking 2A and anything else, man. Just throwing it around. I'm sure we'll get into some Trump stuff and some AOC and the Malians and everything, the current political scene. And then that night, Blackbeard's gonna be on Blackbeard Logic, 6 p.m. Central. And next Wednesday, Clay's gonna be back on 8 p.m. Central. I think that's his last show of the year. And then Christmas Eve, that's Wednesday, 2 weeks from tonight, man. I'm gonna be on my way to Minnesota. But I mean, if you know I'm gone, you try to come into my house, my neighbors will be around, and they love guns almost as much as I do, and they hate pieces of shit who rob and steal just as much as I do. So wouldn't recommend. Yeah, you're gonna do like the Yule log thing here on all the Guns and the 701's outlets, social media. It was great, man. It was great. We were in Minnesota the last couple of years. I've been turning it on. It's awesome. Clay shares them, things like that. One Shot Cap, take care, JD. Hope your dad is doing well. Thanks, Cap. Yeah, just give everybody a little update on my dad here. He does have like intense pain in his leg that's really bothering him. Yet they think it's a swollen disc, a couple of these doctors. But of course, you got to do 3 weeks or 4 weeks of rehab before they can give him a shot to shrink the swelling. But as far as his cancer goes, the chemo has shrunk him down considerably. I mean, it's worked great. So hopefully within the next month here, we figure out what's wrong with his leg. And I mean, if he can get that leg pain gone, he's considering that he's got cancer. I mean, he's going to be doing pretty good. And I mean, even what he's doing, the guy he still forces himself to get up and do some shit. My dad's he's a tough individual, no doubt about it. So yeah, he's cancer wise, I mean, as of right now, doing great. So tell Josh we're going to talk about mallard turn hours, says 2A701. Axon will be careful with those land pirates. I mean, yeah, well, guess what, man? I got my class 1 now, so I'm legal to carry in Minnesota. I don't have to keep my shit separate, which is nice. 2A701 hammering mallards with JD, Blackbeard, and Kevin Flynn. All right, I'm gonna guess, Blackbeard, that Kevin has hunted some duck, because he's a lifelong Minnesota man. If correct me if I'm wrong. Josh Patterson, great show, JD. Hate to hear you're hanging it up. Hopefully we can get together and do some shooting and bullshitting. For sure, Josh. Yeah, if anybody's wondering, we're still planning on doing the coyote rifle steel challenge in January out at Axe's. Axe actually picked up Black Friday. He wasn't going to go shopping, but I told him, let's not lie to each other. You're going online. He did pick up a couple sweet new coyote targets, one like a side profile with a little gungula, and he's got like the front on one. So I was down in the shop, him and I were it's going to be sweet. We'll get something figured out a weekend and get it done. And hopefully the weather cooperates so we can do it. It'll be fun. Either way, we'll get it done, and everybody will get together and we'll do some bullshit. And like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be ever doing anything again. We'll see. I was contacted by a few people and businesses, and if the price is right, I mean, like I said, I'm not looking to quit my regular job. I'm just looking to make some side cash and talk Second Amendment and guns, because that's what I love to do, get the message out. And if it works out that way and the price is right, you'll be hearing me back. I don't know what it's going to be called. It might be 701Nation. It might be who knows what, and it might be on Restream. It might be somewhere. It might not even be on. It might just be on a damn station somewhere, or just a YouTube channel. I have no clue right now, guys and gals. I'm just going to see what happens, and if shit goes my way, it goes my way. It's going to be great. And if not, you know what? Be reloading and shooting guns and doing everything else. It's still going to be great. So win-win. Yeah, I mean, I am sad to go. I wish I could have made some more coins on this. I'd have loved to stick around, but that's where the cookie crumbles. Hope the best for the guys, man. Brian says, I will bring some antifreeze. Well, Brian, I'm told that inside of Fireball, there's something called polyglycol, which is a food antifreeze, which is probably not good for your insides, but, you know, go ahead and do that, man. And if not, I'll drink whatever antifreeze you bring, brother. Kevin Gillis, 1196. Hope it works out for you, JD. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate that. So, yeah, if you're around tomorrow and you're not doing nothing, 10 to 11. If you're out east, AM 1100, the flag, we're going to be on there. I think there's another station in Tioga. I think that's the flag too, and the flag in Williston. And of course, it's on 1270 here in Bismarck. And if you're out, their tower sucks, but they do have a free app. You can go on there and listen to it on there. It's listen to it anywhere you want then. But yeah, 10 to 11. And like I said as well, we're going to be on Beck TV. Going to be a live stream tomorrow, so you can go on Beck TV's social media. I think their website has it too, and watch me and Blackbeard and Kevin hosting us on there. Appreciate Kevin asking us on. It'll be fun. Should be a fun show. So other than that, gang, appreciate everybody, and I do mean that. I appreciate you guys and gals coming on every week, taking time out to watch my show, and try to do my best to entertain you guys and give you good information. I love doing it. You know, it was great. It was great while it lasted. Still, Clay and I are still friends. Everybody we did this with are friends, and I hope Clay and the guys continue doing this, and it goes great for them. We wish nothing but the best for them. I still got my guns in the 701 gear. Matter of fact, I'll be wearing it tomorrow, so that's not going anywhere. Love it. And Clay's going to have a bunch. I got a bunch of gear here to pick up from Clay. So if you guys want some guns in the 701 gear, you're going to know to get. And I think once the new website's up, as Clay said, it should be in January. You know, that you can go there and pick up some guns in the 701. I got some swag I'm making, but it's just, you know, it goes along these lines right here. If you're watching. It's not going to be exactly like this, but you know, it's just I don't know. I've always wanted to make some axe, and I've talked about it. I'm waiting to get it from H&H Apparel. I should get it this week or next week. They've been pretty busy with some shit, but I always call, hey man, you done to my shit. I'm not one of them guys. I don't feel like a dick when I do that, really. But anyways, all right, we're gonna end it out here. Like I said, we'll go with the little AI 2A. Little 701 fire here. I was going to upload the whole song. It's 2:30. We'll just go with the short one. Again, appreciate everybody. JD, 701Nation. Appreciate each and every one of you guys every week, especially the loyal followers, man. You guys are freaking awesome, and I do freaking mean that. I do mean that from my heart. No doubt about it. Josh says, that's sick. I need some 701 militia. So Josh, when I get it, I'll put some pictures up, and if anybody's interested, let me know. 18 wheels doesn't 6-shooter. So long, brother. So long, 18 wheels. Hopefully not goodbye forever, man. Hopefully well, I know we are on YouTube, so watch my YouTube channel. I'll tell you guys one more time real quick before I go out with the song here. Check me out, YouTube at 701Nation JD, Rumble at 701Nation, X, at JDB 701Nation. I know they're different, but you can't make everything the same on all this shit. So, and of course, I'm on YouTube or Facebook. If you personal JD Smith, if I know you, send me a request and I'll hit it up. So, farewell, Gene Cox. Love seeing you, brother, man. I'll be listening to you on Scott's show. I'm sure we'll be in touch. We got each other's numbers, and hopefully you can make it up for the Steel Challenge in next month. So, JD, 701 Nation, baby. Defend the second, my friends. Love you guys and gals. Peace out.
In stone, Second Amendment, we stand alone. Guns in our hands, freedom's call. Hunt the wild, never take the fall. Fire, lock and load, let them roar. Shoot them straight, Second Amendment score. Buckshot flying, deers in sight. Rock the range on the night. Yeah. watch a trophy fly. Targets down